time on Best Lab Kids TV.
Yay!
In the ancient land of Israel, the people were at war with the Philistines. The Israelites were scared because a giant named Goliath stood tall and mighty, challenging anyone to fight him. He mocked them day after day, shouting, "Send me your best warrior." The army of Israel trembled with fear, but among them there was a young boy, a shepherd named David. He was small, with only a sling and 5 smooth stones. He wasn't a soldier, but he loved God with all his heart. When David heard Goliath's taunts, he knew something had to be done. "I will fight him," David said, his voice steady. The king, Saul, and even David's brothers thought it was crazy. But David was sure. "The Lord who saved me from lions and bears will save me from this giant." David faced Goliath in the field. With a simple sling and a stone, David aimed for the giant's forehead. The stone hit, and Goliath fell. Thud. David had defeated the Philistine giant, and the Israelites cheered with joy. But the story didn't end there. As David returned to camp, something amazing happened. When David returned from his victory, Jonathan, the son of King Saul, was watching from afar. Jonathan had seen the courage and faith in David's eyes, and something inside him clicked. A deep bond was formed in that moment, one that would last a lifetime. The 2 young men became inseparable. They prayed together, laughed together, and fought battles together. In times of joy and fear, they knew they could count on each other. But not everyone was happy about David's rise to fame. King Saul, Jonathan's father, grew jealous. Saul didn't understand why the people sang songs about David. They said, "Saul has slain his thousands, but David his tens of thousands." Jealousy twisted in Saul's heart. He even tried to kill David with a spear. David was forced to run and hide. But through it all, Jonathan never turned his back on David. Instead, he went to find him. One night, Jonathan met David in a field. "Father is angry," Jonathan said, "but I will help you. I promise you will be safe. God will protect you." He told David to hide in the field while he would speak to his father. If Saul was angry, Jonathan would shoot arrows, signaling to David whether it was safe to return or if he needed to flee. When Jonathan confronted Saul, the king became furious and shouted at his son, but Jonathan remained calm. He fired his arrows far into the field, signaling to David that it was time to run. Saul's heart was too filled with hate. David knew that he had to leave Israel and live in hiding. It was a heartbreaking moment. He and Jonathan stood in the field, one last time, knowing they might never see each other again. With tears in their eyes, they hugged not as king and servant, not as soldiers or princes, but as brothers. "May the Lord be with you and with your children forever," David said. David had to flee. The bond they shared was never broken. Their love for each other and their love for God remained strong. David and Jonathan's friendship teaches us a powerful lesson. True friendship is about loyalty, trust, and putting the other person's needs before your own. It's about standing by each other even when times are tough, and remembering that God's love will always guide us. Making godly friends is an important decision in life because God wants us to be great friends who is kind to one another. May we have awesome friends that can protect us like Jonathan protected David. May we also become loyal friends like David and Jonathan. It's quiz time. What did Jonathan shoot into the field to warn David to flee? A. Sticks, B. Arrows, C. Stones. What did King Saul throw at David to try to kill him? A. Spear, B. Shoes, C. Trumpet. What did Jonathan advise David to do after shooting the arrows? A. He warned David to stay back. B. He warned David to sleep. C. He warned David to flee. We hope you enjoyed today's story. Please don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode. Stay awesome.